Okay, so what's up there guys, and welcome back to Dig It Detecting. As you can see, I am 10 foot tall at the moment. I'm standing on my spare wheel, getting a bird's eye view. I'm 6'2", you would think I'd be tall enough, wouldn't you? Anyway, thought it'd be a great way to start the intro, looking out over all this beautiful land. We've got a lake over there, and we've got an old house site up the back there, as you can see. So this is this house site that I've been to once before. As you can see there, my trails leading over to it with the landowner there last week. However, we didn't bust the detector out. We just quickly had a look around. He sort of explained the site to me, and that was about it. So what my plan is today is to get over there. The grass has not been cut in here yet. This is waiting to be cut for silage, and then some adjusted cows be put in here to eat the rest down. So, oh, it's cold too. So we're going to get over there, make a start. The grass is, as I said, a little bit long. That's okay. That's okay. We'll just see how we go. Oh, ninja jump. That was cool. Anyway, let's get over there and let's make a start. Right, let's hope it's not too wet down here. Otherwise, I'll be calling the landowner and asking for some help, I think. The grass is very long though. They're going to get a good cut this year. Look at that. It's nearly up at the height of my bull bar. Well, it pretty much is. There we go. There we go. Up at the height of my door. That's all right. It'll be giving the chassis a good clean underneath, won't it? Getting all that mud and dirt off from all those other farm sites we've been visiting. Wow, that's a lot longer than what I thought it was. Wow. All right, so we're just going to try and park up here somewhere without hitting something, a tree or something. And we're going to go for a bit of an explore. See what we can see here. A lot of thistles, a lot of thistles. Righto, so let's jump out and have a look. Like I always like to do at these sites, have a bit of a wander around and see what we've got here. We just have to keep our eye out for snakes. This is snake country through and through, especially with the lake not far away. You could just imagine, you know, it just attracts them. Swampy lake areas, long grass like this, perfect for tiger and brown snakes. Anyway, we'll just keep our eyes peeled, and we've got jeans on, so we should be pretty right, shouldn't we? They say you can't get bitten through denim jeans. I sort of highly doubt that though. You never can be too careful. I should be getting the snake gaiters out of the car and putting them on. Anyway, or the gumboots. Anyway, let's have a look what we got here. A lot of thistles and a few old rocks here from the old foundations of the house. And they're actually in a bit of a line too. When I was up here there the other week, I sort of noticed, you know, they were sort of placed. There was one foundation there. It was just in a real straight line. I do believe this house site has been cleared. Like we sort of walking around here with a landowner the other day, and he sort of said, you know, there's just not enough left. There's really nothing left to see up here. You wouldn't even know there was a house site up here once upon a time, apart from a few signs. So yeah, interesting stuff. You see the trees planted in a bit of a square there too, and the house would have been up at the back here, I do believe. So, whoa, those thistles are hectic. Look at them. Lucky they've been sprayed. They're all dead. Anyway, I do believe the house is either burnt down. Here it is. There it is there. Rocks don't place themselves in a straight line in nature. It doesn't happen. There's no straight lines in nature. So basically I think that a lot of everything has been removed from this site. However, there is still some building remains and remnants left. Let's have a look at the back here. I think we found a well. There was a well here somewhere, he said. As I said, this is only the first time I've been at this site. So I am still learning a lot myself. Those thistles are out of control. Crazy. See more big rocks up here. This is a very stony area out here, as you can see. In a lot of my videos I come out here, and it is a very rocky part of the world. However, this paddock it's no rock barriers, nothing. As you can see, it's just beautiful green open country, and that's not because it's been cleared. The rocks just don't seem to come up this far, out to this far. Sort of all the rock barrier area, this little salt bush area is back that way. So anyway, the fact that the rocks are here, dead giveaway there was a house here. house foundations too. And oh, bird scared the crap out of me then. All this boxthorn too. This boxthorn does not get here by itself. It would have to have been planted, and after it's planted, then it takes off like wildfire. It's all going to be removed soon, but this boxthorn too, you can see it's outlined in sort of a bit of a hedge, like we just walked around it just then, and that would have all been planted. So here it is. I think this is what we found the other day. Yeah, little concrete sort of tank stand or something. You can see there, it's just a nice little square flat area that's it's been put there and made for some reason. Anyway, grass is very long in here. As I said, this is all going to get cut for silage soon, and not up around the house here obviously. So then once the rest of the paddock gets cut, the landowner's going to put cows in here, some adjustment cattle, basically have them eat down the rest of what's up here. Hopefully all this marshmallow weed too. Anyway, we should probably go get that detector out, maybe put the snake gaiters on, because I can't even see what I'm walking through. It's crazy. Grass is long up here. And make a start, I think. So I'm going to be running that little 6-inch coil today, just due to how thick the grass is. I think that's going to be a little added advantage at these old sites, having that little 6-inch coil, because let's face it, a lot of these old sites that we come across, they are overgrown to buggery, like this one here. So I think that's what we'll do. We'll opt for the 6-inch coil, and we'll put that on, and who knows, maybe locate a few bottles, maybe locate a few coins. There's something to indicate exactly where the house stood. I do believe it was right there, or maybe it was further in there. I don't know. Interesting. Oh, look at these big boys. Scotch thistles. Nasty. Let's go get our stuff. So something I should mention that the landowner sort of stated to me. He said that this property was once owned, and he dropped a surname. I won't say it. He dropped a surname though. And I said to him, mate, I'm related to them. That's my family. That's my great uncle. So one thing about this house site is it's attached to my family, and I'm going to do some more research on that very soon. I'm going to go see my uncle and basically ask him if they've got any pictures or any sort of maps or anything that would be able to indicate something about this site, and even show a house here would be awesome. So that is really cool. The fact that, you know, as soon as he said the surname, I said, oh, it's a small town, mate. They are my family through my mum's side. So very, very interesting. We are standing on part of my family's history. So anything that comes out today will be really, really intriguing, and I'll love to see it, I'm sure. Okay, so we've got our first nice little find. Before I show you though, I'll just show you, this is where we're sort of starting. We're starting in those dead dry patches of thistles there. So it's about the only place we can start. The grass is just way too long to be doing anything. So that is what we're doing, and we have our first nice find here. So I have dug a couple of little bits of rubbish, a few bottle tops, what have you, showing you know, human activity here over the years. However, this is our first neat find. And I do believe it's part of an old cast iron bed. You can see where one of the leg poles or something would have shot off, or one of the bed rails would have shot off to the left there, and probably one of the leg poles, I should say, would have run through the guts there. I could be wrong. I could be dead wrong. However, that's what it looks like to me. A part of an old cast iron bed. It's cast too, and it's very, very heavy. So really, really cool piece. As I said, we've only got the 2 patches to work, and I have got a backup plan. If we run out of room, out of ground here to detect, we can shoot up the road to another house site. The grass is also a little bit long there. However, once again, we have a couple of sprayed patches that we can work, and also I've located the bottle pit over at that other farm, so we can always go there and dig bottles for us today. However, I'm still yet to locate anything here, anything. Even a scrap of glass. Obviously, it's pretty hard to see. Right, so we've moved on from the first pile of sprayed thistles there, and we are now into the second pile, sort of where I presume the house more sat. And bingo, we got our nice, neat find. Our first nice, neat find, I think. The cast iron old bed leg, if that's what it was, joiner. It was a really cool piece. However, what a ripper this is. Nice little brooch, so a little flower brooch. Try and break the back off there. Ooh, he is pretty. That is very nice. Look at the detail. It's been sitting there quite some time. If we were over the top of the old house site, that could have easily made its way, slip through the floorboards. Who knows, maybe even lost at a later date, or an earlier date, even before the house was built, when they were just coming up here ready to build and surveying, pegging out the land. So interesting stuff. What I'm going to do, I'm going to get my trusty toothbrush out, and we're going to give him a bit of a clean up, and we'll come back and show you exactly what he looks like. Righto, so there you have it, just a quick clean up with the toothbrush. I do not have access to water at the moment close by without wandering through that snake long grass, so we'll just leave it at that for the moment, and like everything in my videos, we'll clean up and give a conclusion and a better look at the end. So I reckon that is a pretty neat brooch. Look at the detail in it. It's hard to see much on that side, but you can see there it's got some quite nice casting in there, so I'll be very intrigued to get home, clean that up, see if we can replicate and make it look nice and pretty on the front side again, like it does on the back there. Anyway, let's keep going. We've got a little bit more to go around this house site, and then I think we're going to go with plan 2, jump over to the second house site and maybe dig a few bottles. Also use a little 6-inch in the grass there, see what we can find at the next one. Okay, so we're just filling our hole in from that little flower brooch there. I said just doesn't have to be that clean, just as long as it's filled in. As soon as I stood back up though, check out, well, the flower brooch come from there. Now we've got a beautiful 22, 23 right beside. Let's see what that is. That's going to be a gold ring, a big old chunky silver diamond ring. Let's have a look. Big hole, big hole. If we're over the top of the house, we want to open up big holes, looking for any marbles or buttons or anything like that. So big hole, as you'll see. Where's the pinpointer? There it is. So just not being too neat, not having to worry about. So there we are. He's at the back. This could be a coin, you know. 21, 22, 23. That could be easily be a little silver or a nice penny. That'd be alright, wouldn't it? Start the day off. I think he's a little bit deeper still. We're right on him. Okay, might need to take a bit out of that back sidewall there. Ground's pretty nice to dig in out here. Pretty easy. There he is. I can see him straight away. Right. Part of the back of an old fob watch by the looks of that. It is too. Part of an old fob watch. There you go. We're on the money. Already finding some nice old pieces here. Just imagine when that grass is mown all down. So really, really cool. 21, 22, 23. Fob watch backing cover. So unfortunately, we're pretty much finished over at the thistles there. Really not much ground to cover at all. You can see there the grass is just so long and thick, and you can't get the coil through it, even the 6-inch. So we can only really work those 2 patches of thistled area, or sprayed thistles areas I should say. Anyway, how cool is that? Look at the silage out over on the hill there, all finished cutting, waiting to be picked up now. That's what should be happening in this paddock. Silage, and the grass nice and short. I'm just standing here and looking for a dairy, or looking for remnants of a dairy. There's not that I can see. I do believe one's going to be over there somewhere though. We just can't see it at the moment. Anyway, we stumbled across the old well, as you can see. It's not that old either by the looks. You see the concrete lining around it. Generally they're all rock lined or brick lined. The concrete indicates it come at a much later date, built much later. So anyway, there's really nothing I can see in here. Oh, it's pretty sturdy. There's just a lot of building supplies, star pickets, bricks, rocks, barbed wire, tin, a few old farming implements there you can see. Nothing really too spectacular to write home about. It's just been used as a bit of a dumping hole. Oh, there's a bottle there. He looks like an old brown MBCV beer bottle. So what's that, 1930s onwards, something like that. Very interesting. Most of this area was subdivided up. They were large pastoral runs, large estates originally, and then later, after World War I, World War II. Look at this, the grass is up to my chest. World War I, World War II though, basically a lot of this land, the big pasture runs consisting of 20, 30,000 acres, whatever, a lot of those times they were subdivided up. Bricks! What was I saying? Bricks, there we go. A lot of the time though, these huge big pasture runs from, you know, early settlement, early pioneering that settled the land, they were then broken up, subdivided up, generally after World War I, World War II, and it was a way for the government and for people to settle on the land. It was a way for the government to get people to settle on the land, and it was a way for the people to have somewhere to settle. You know, you've got to remember, these pasture runs sometimes consisted of 30,000, 50,000 acres, huge, huge properties. So if they had all the land, one person held all the land, there was not much opportunity for other people, hence why the government basically made them subdivide it, and a lot of it then become soldier settlement, opened up for people to settle on the land after the war, and give them opportunity to settle and, you know, start a farming career, start a family on the farm. So just looking at that there, it looks like a little kiwi's been cut out in that in a nice old rock there, and he's been faced. All these stones have been faced, and when I say faced, I mean they've got a nice straight edge on them. Look at this guy, he's got that same kiwi right there too. Always things I look out for. These would have been the building blocks from the house here. We didn't spot them before, did we? So these would have been building blocks from the house here before, and then when the house has been removed, it looks like they've all just been put up the back here. Look at this guy, he's actually got a bit of a cutout in him there too. So very cool, very cool. I know it doesn't interest everybody, but I love looking at this sort of stuff. I love trying to ID it, trying to understand it, especially these sites. So very, very cool stuff. I sort of poked my head under a lot of these bushes too as I've been walking around. I can't even locate any bottles, not even a scrap of glass. So I don't know where they've put it. I don't know. More research required here. And once those cows get in, they're also going to help me no end, because they're going to knock it all down and be able to help me ID what's going on around here. Because let's face it, you can't see diddly squat, can you? The grass is way too long. So anyway, let's get out of here. Let's go to the detector. Let's grab the gear, and I think we're going to go for round 2. Finish off the day at the other old house site, where I know where the bottle pit is. I have not swung a detector yet, so we'll do that first, swing the detector. If we do no good, we'll spend the rest of the time digging out the bottles, and there is a lot of bottles there too. So we'll see you over there. Righto, so we're just going for a bit of a drive quickly. You can see the old house site was just up there. That's where we just were detecting. But what I wanted to do was just venture over to here. Basically, you can see the lake to the right-hand side of me. And this is just a little service road that they've put in here. And what I was sort of thinking was, if the lake's so close, you know, the house site's only just there. Lake's here. House is so close to the lake, where would you dump your rubbish? Like you've seen in last week's video, people like to dump their rubbish on the side of government roads or crown land, lakes, or whatever it be. So that's what I'm going to look at just quickly. I just want to see if there's any rubbish being dumped along the sides here. So always post to check these things. Chair, yeah, there is. Look at that. Bricks, building supplies. This is where the house went. The house got thrown down here. Look at that, horseshoe, right there. There we go, there we have it. That's using your initiative, isn't it? And here we are. So there you go. I just thought, being so close, this is maybe what's going on. It looks like that's the case. There's the old round circular pit from the laundry or the toilet. There we go. To find a horseshoe though, geez, we know where to pull up, don't we? We pull up always in the right spot. To find a horseshoe straight off the bat like that though, that's really, really cool. I dare say, probably bottles, all that thrown through here too. You just never know. You never know. So we're going to drive. I'll keep that horseshoe. That's my lucky horseshoe. We're going to drive it a little bit further up the road there. I want to check out that next, my hand's in the way, the next barrier. I could walk up there, but then again, that is way too far away when you could drive. Car's already running too. Let's go. Wham! Jeez, it's running good since I put that new gearbox in, isn't it? Lovely. Right, about here. Let's turn it off this time. Let's have a better look. Can't see any glass just yet. And I haven't spotted a snake just yet. We're having a good day. They should be all out here in between these rocks too. There you go. Go for a walk down here. You got to be careful looking at this stuff too, going through it. Some of it can be asbestos related from the old house sites. So just keep in mind that. If you're ever doing what I'm doing right now, just be careful what you pick up and what you handle. Geez, we're getting good at finding the horseshoes. There's the second one. My second lucky horseshoe. Unreal. All the rubbish, all the stuff's just been dumped here over the side. I feel like a mountain goat right now. Let's go down a little bit further. See what else we can spot with our bare eyes. This can be some of the funnest treasure hunting sometimes, because when you find something really cool, it's like, holy cow, that's awesome. Anyway, oh, there's a bit of glass. Let's have a look at him. Nice old beer bottle black. So nothing special, but it shows age. It shows 1850s, 1860s, you know, through to 1900s. It shows the right age. So, whoa, we're going to fall, Bessie. These rocks are very hairy. I can't see anything else. Maybe, oh, there's a nice pot down there. Let's go have a look at that pot. Maybe it might be time for us to get up to this next house site, I think. So, a few of the old MB, Melbourne Mitter, not that old. If we get a flat, we know we've got a spare tyre. Unbelievable what people discard, and it's really, it's quite sad, really. Pollution at its best, isn't it? Part of a pot. Anyway, I think that's all we're going to see down here. We are going to venture, bloody hell, there's another horseshoe. We're going to venture up further, as I said, to that other house site, and see what we can do there. I might just have another 5 minutes look around here first. There's just stuff everywhere. Might even get down on the flats and walk around, because it's a bit hard clambering across these rocks. Horseshoe number 3. Righto, so we're at house site number 2 now. Some will remember this in my last video, about a week or so ago. And we first come here and dug out all those bottles up on top of the hill there, where those little bushes are, just down from the tank. The house site used to sit there, from what I know. There is thistles around there. They've been sprayed, or some have been sprayed. So we're going to try and get in there and work around that area. And if you look over here, not much to look at, but over there in between those 2 trees, or just down from that tree there that you're looking at, and sort of in between that second tree over there, was the old dairy. So I've been told. Haven't even walked over there to have a look yet. But the old dairy, the old house, and the grass is very long. So anyway, we'll get the detector out, make a start, see what we can do, the best of the best, work the best of the best ground, I should say. And if nothing else, we'll get up over and dig some more bottles, because that's always fun and always enjoy seeing them come out. So anyway, let's get the gear, let's make a start. Righto, so we just thought we'd go for a bit of a walk over while I was having some smoko, having me banana, my sandwich. So I'll go for a bit of a walk over and check out this old dairy. And we found it. Here it is here. So pretty cool, pretty cool. Wasn't as far as what I thought in between the 2 trees. Like, I just had this pointed out to me. I didn't exactly know where it was. Whoa, look at this. Snake skin. Oh, not if it blows out of my hand. A snake skin right there. A snake has shedded his skin. Uh-oh. There you go. I know they're here. I'm not silly. I'm not naive about it. I just be careful. And as I always say to my sons, you know, you could spend the whole of your life being afraid of snakes, and being afraid of going to these places or checking out these places, or you could just be careful. And look, I don't try and be too afraid. I don't let it hamper what I do. If I want to go over there, I'll go over there. However, I just be careful doing it. So that's all that matters. Anyway, just looking at that farmer across the road. I'll show you. I'll stand in a better spot. And oh wow, there's more of his snake skin. Look at that. Brown snake by the looks. Ooh, they're very poisonous. We better get out of here. That's all right. Anyway, I was looking over there at the farmer, and he's tethering all the grass ready for it to be baled up for silage. There's something that caught my eye up on top of the hill. Can you see that there? Let me zoom in. I might be a bit shaky. Let me zoom in for you. See that? That looks like the top of a building to me. It looks like the building's actually fallen away. It looks like, you know, the roof is collapsed in. However, that looks like a building or a structure to me, like a house. So I think I might have to go over before I'm finished here. Go over and say, oh, g'day to the old mate over in the tractor there, Farmer Joe. See if I can't get permission for that one. Because generally what happens is, you know, I'm on someone's land, I go approach another person, I drop a name, I drop a couple of names of other properties I've been on. And generally the farmer goes, oh yeah, no, I know him. Yep, no, if you've been on his land, you're more than welcome on mine. So as I say in some of my videos, you know, generally one of these house sites leads on to the next one. You can just sort of bunny hop from farm to farm to farm to farm. But it's all about getting that good reputation and letting it precede you in future. And sort of what's going on out here, a lot of people have gave me permission. And with the current landowner's property I'm on right now, he's such a big landowner around here, really a prominent name. So he sort of dropped his name, and people go, yeah, no worries, mate, no worries, I know him really well. You're more than welcome to jump on my land. Well, that's a bugger. As soon as we shot that clip, he booted up the road. I think he's going into that house there though. So, oh, another tractor's coming. Oh, that could have been a collision then. That's tractor central out here. Anyway, we're going to try and get up there and catch up with him. There he goes. He's into that farm up the road. It's pretty simple stuff, isn't it? That's how I get my permissions. Watching what's going on around you. And as I said, doing the right thing. So I'm going to finish off half an hour early today. And I'm going to drive up there. Basically say, hey mate, this is who I am. This is what I do. And could I also jump in your property and have a crack there too? I'm sure I'll get a yes. Okay, so that is about it for us today, guys. Unfortunately, we cannot do much with this site either. It's a real battle. I just sort of went for a bit of a walk up there where the thistles are, the trees are, I should say, and the thistles, but the thistles aren't really sprayed like these guys are here along the road. So can't really do much with it. That is where we need to be, and sort of where we can't be at the moment. The grass is just crazy. Anyway, so that is about it. We're going to finish up here. We are going to boot up the road and see the farmer, explain who I am, ask for permission. I think that'll be the go, and perfect time. It's 12:30, so he should be stopping for some lunch very soon. Hopefully that's the reason why he went up to the farm and in the farm gate, stopping for some lunch. So we'll go annoy him. Anyway, we got the old brooch here, and unfortunately did not get a chance to clean this one up. I'm not even home as yet, as you can see. However, I will clean this guy up and show him in my next video. Show him coming out in future videos. So all clean. So the old bed, cast iron bed frame piece, bloody flies are sticking to me like no tomorrow. Crazy out here. So old cast iron bed piece, really cool. Old bracket and the old fob watch cover. So not bad at all. That'll be about it for us today though, guys. I really hope you enjoyed. We will try and get up the road, as I said, try and get permission. Who knows, if we get permission, I might even shoot a quick clip up there too to finish off this video. So if not, that is about it for us today. Be sure to hit that like, comment, subscribe button below, and we will see you next time. Cheers guys, happy hunting.